CIUT 89.5 FM. I go by the name of Dynamic, aka your favorite light skin DJ Slam on the ones and twos. And like I always say, man, we bring in nothing but the best in Canadian hip hop, reggae, and R&B, and the dopest people, you know what I'm saying, entrepreneurs, whatever it be, across Canada. We always got to have somebody in the studio holding it down with us. My next guests have been dominating the battle rap scene since 2008, when they used to host rap battles in an alleyway in downtown Toronto. Known to the world as one of the biggest platforms for battle rap, and I would even argue the biggest, King of the Dot has been holding it down in a major way for quite some time. And this Saturday, November 12th at 8 p.m., these two, my next guests, are duking it out inside Lee's Palace for King of the Dot's Team Organik versus Team Gully. And we got Organik and Gully in the studio tonight. Gentlemen, thank you for coming through.
Cheers, thanks for having us.
This is big, man. I'm glad to have you guys here, you know what I mean, in the spot with us, rocking out on Bringing A Game Radio. Yeah. I've been wanting y'all to come through for a minute. I don't know if you've been checking your emails. I've been spamming you, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get you out. So, I appreciate you coming through, man. Last time that I seen you, Organik, was at, I think, the Camouflage show. I don't even know where it was, but it was somewhere. We were in an alleyway.
Yeah.
Same thing, smoking and things, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I passed you a copy of our compilation, the A-List Volume 4. So, you know, I needed to make sure it got in the right hands. I hope you had a chance to tune into it. If you haven't yet, shame on you.
I haven't yet, but
have to pop it in.
I'll tell you why. That's only because my my radio in my car broke, man.
So. you got to pass on that one. Yeah. That's dope, man.
It'll get its rotation soon, you know, because that's one of the things. When I have a car, it's kind of like one of my. I always like listening to Canadian hip hop.
Yeah,
you know, it's always just been something I've been passionate about. You know, hence why I'm doing what I do, right? So, you know, I appreciate that. I still got it though.
Both of y'all have been big supporters of the Canadian music scene. You know what I'm saying, from time. I got something really funny to tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all later in the interview, and you'll probably laugh at it. But what I want to know right now, between the two of y'all, this weekend, who's winning, man? Is it Team Organik or Team Gully? Who's winning, man?
He thinks he has a shot, but like reality's gonna set in real quick, you know.
It's a Team Gully. The fans are riding with me. We got it. Like it's time for a new generation of battle rap.
What's the response been like online between, you know, your fans? Like, because I mean, both of y'all probably have fans separate from, you know, what the King of the Dot's doing. You know what I'm saying? Just being Gully and Organik. You know what I'm saying? So what's been the divide? What's been the response?
It's looked pretty even, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? It's been good though. You know, Gully's got a lot of the up and comers, so he's got a lot of, like, you know, their core fan bases and their groups and the people that are very vocal. Where I have a lot of the people that have been around for a minute and just been putting in a lot of groundwork. You know, so. It's interesting to see that people. I think people are kind of conflicted because they didn't really expect the card to be this close and this like equal together and everything like that. Yeah. When you picture the card of Gully versus Organik, a lot of people probably thought it was going to be very overwhelming, but Gully's been doing a good job, and he's been, you know, bringing up really solid talent, and we've created a card that it's going to be incredible.
What made y'all decide to put an event like this together?
To be honest, just talking,
just,
you know,
back and forth, shooting ideas. Like I remember it was like a year and a half ago we first started this. It's like, it's almost in a way like a rookies versus vets type card, but not. It's
but
like
not really.
It's our own little twist to it. It's like
guys
that I've brought to the table versus, well, people that he started with or that he's brought to the table. And it was kind of like I was really pushing for the new generation because GZ Battles has been on a really good streak this last year. Like, views gone up, talent. So it's kind of like, let me just kept pushing the new talent. Like, he's like, okay, like let's see if they can face the best in the world. So
is this a one-time theme event, or are you guys gonna do this every year?
It depends if he lives long enough for that one, man.
Talk that ish.
You know, we'll see. You know, hopefully next year he's still kicking. You know, the heart's still pumping and everything, and you know he can get beat again.
This will probably be the only one, because if we beat Team Organik, like, how does that look on his behalf?
Back after that. That's funny.
Wishful thinking, you know.
So for this, how did you pick the lineup? Like, what made you decide? Because you said, like, so sort of some of the ones that you brought to the forefront and yourself, but what made you decide who your final 6 you know, artists were going to be, or battlers were going to be?
For the most part, a lot of times we just talk and just shoot matchup ideas back and forth until we find that one. And there was a few guys on his teams like, I want to make sure I get this guy on, and vice versa. There's certain people I really thought should be on this card. So just from shooting ideas back and forth, we just, like Daylight Jonah, it was like instantly like, boom, let's lock that in. That's crazy. Like, people, and yeah, that's.
Do you find it was easy to pick it though, or did you have some challenges, or did you feel a way that some people are gonna feel a way about it?
It's tough, right? Because the people that are on my team, it's kind of like, you know, not to take credit away from them, but it's kind of a step down for them to be doing this. It's like, battle rappers are so used to climbing the ladder all the time. They're not used to holding their spot and having someone below them try and take them out of the position. So they're putting themselves in a very vulnerable position right now where, you know, they're holding their fort down. So Gully's people have the opportunity to come up and literally take their spot. So it was hard in that sense to try to convince these guys, like, look, this is the right next move for you to do. You can't always take a step up. Sometimes you got to show your dominance in your own home. You know what I mean? So I had to convince them that way. But a lot of them were excited for it because, you know, they like the hunger in them, and you know, it's a new body to kill, so new faces, you know.
Who were some of the battlers you didn't pick that you would have picked, but you just couldn't for this one?
I didn't pick Head Ice just basically off the strength of I really didn't feel like anybody would be on that level yet. You know, there's like the Pat Stays, the Disasters, the Head Ices. I feel like you got to work your way up to them.
So you didn't want to body Gully yet?
Nah, not yet. They got to work their way.
Diz said he's Team Gully. He's done a Jeezy. He said he was Team Gully.
Who's somebody Gully that you would have picked but you didn't get to pick?
Jeffrey was somebody that I was. We were very close to locking in something for. Frack. Chrome.
Dope.
These are other people that we were close to locking them in, but it's also just about finding the right matchup. It didn't want to get something that just doesn't make sense because the way the card was going with these 6 battles, it's incredible. It's an amazing card. So we just kind of stopped it there before we started doing something that wasn't like just aligned with the rest of the card. But those were the top 3 names that I had sitting like kind of trying to get a matchup for, but we just couldn't make nothing happen.
I think you guys built a good card, man. I'm looking forward to it, man.
And don't get it twisted. When I said like, you know, there's certain people at a certain level, that my team is stacked. You know, Charlie Clips, Daylight, all these people. These are world class, elite, top of the world battlers, right? So it was really just about finding a matchup, you know, per se for like someone like Head Ice. There just wasn't like someone to match up with him that was like, okay, that locks, that makes sense. You know, the rest of the world ain't gonna be mad that Head Ice is doing this battle. So it was just finding ways to make it make sense and make it exciting for the scene.
Dope, man. I want to know more. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna get into one of your picks. You know, because you guys support that Canadian music.
Yes,
so
sir.
shout out to is it Looney Blue, right? We got the track White Boy. Let's get into it, man. Bring your A-Game radio, CIUT 89.5 FM, your favorite light-skinned Looney Blue. White Boy goes down like that, man. We got some special guests in the building. They go by the name of Organik and Gully, representing that King of the Dot movement, and it's real heavy right now, man. And I'm glad y'all guys are here, you know what I'm saying, representing with us here on the radio show. So I kind of wanted to know, man, you got this Team Organik versus Team Gully. For the winner of that, I figure like I could put like a Team Light Skin together, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not opposed to it, man.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of came up with like a couple of ideas of who I thought maybe could be in that.
Okay.
So far, I'm thinking Pat Stay for sure.
Okay.
I got Sharon. I mean, there should be light skinned guys, but there's not that many light skinned battle rappers, right? Peanut maybe, but you guys already got him on there, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I got bars for days.
Oh yeah, I'm
you know
excited
what I'm saying? I gotta
for that
represent.
One.
You
You
feel
gonna
me?
jump in the
That's the reason I brought you guys really on the show, is just so that I can step myself up already. You feel
Hell
me?
yeah.
I can't be working my way through the ranks. You know what I'm saying? This is dope, man. What made you guys get into deciding that you needed to do a battle rap league for Toronto, man?
It was basically, you know, I battled my whole life since I was 15 years old. It was just something I was very passionate about, just going from being outside of concerts to, you know, just entering any competition I would, jumping on a bus, heading myself to Ottawa to, you know, New York to Winnipeg, just wherever I could battle. I just wanted to battle. So, you know, I had done that and I had completed pretty much like the goals I wanted to in battle rap, but I also kind of got like, you know, per se, screwed around a couple times. I'd won BET Spring Blend. Was supposed to get Freestyle Friday opportunities and a bunch of stuff like that never happened. And now we look at that and it's like, yeah, that's nothing. But back in 2006, that was everything. You know what I mean? It was like a huge thing for a Canadian to be on there. So it just really got me kind of down about battle rap. And it was pretty much like, I'm deciding whether I should walk away from it or if I just change it for myself and try to take in everything I've soaked in over the years and start my own thing. So the whole concept, to be honest with you, was to just start an annual competition that was to happen once a year called King of the Dot. And it was just so Toronto had a competition that everyone would want to win, to claim yourself the king of the city. Just being young kids, 19 years old and everything, we didn't have no money for deposits for venues. We didn't really know what we were doing, you know what I mean? So venues weren't really hip to it or whatnot. So we just got people together, threw it in an alleyway, you know, and when had about 40 people out, and the next month we did it again, had about 70 people out, and then, you know, I think the fourth event was in the dead middle of the winter, and like 150 people came out and stood out in the middle of the winter for like 5 hours, freezing. And that's when we knew we had something. So the first venue we got was January 2009, 6 months after we started. And we sold it out before the event even happened. Before the doors even opened, it was sold out. So
obviously you guys weren't charging people in the alleyways to come watch.
Back then, to be honest with you, the battlers used to pay.
Right.
Everywhere the battlers paid $10, and that was so you had your footage edited and had like a quality piece of material put out for you, because YouTube was so new. Having a video, you were something back then. You know what I mean? Back when music videos meant something.
That's dope. When did you say, okay, I can quit my job and go full-fledged with this?
I'm still sketchy on that. I stopped working in the steel business in, I think it was the end of 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. Yeah.
You ever battle Gully?
No.
How come?
No. I don't know. I was never, I don't know, right nowadays especially, I couldn't picture myself sitting down and having the time to even write for somebody.
You rap though. I remember seeing like a video back in the day.
Yeah, I used to make music.
It's like in a skate park or something, I'm thinking.
Yeah. I used to make music, but no, battling was just never my thing. Like I first started this because I was supporting him. I've known him since like grade 3, so I was supporting what he was doing. So I'd always come to events, help with whatever needed, and then once I kind of stopped making music, I just started really taking the battle rap stuff serious and helping him set up these events.
Why did you stop making music though?
Oh man. Well, I to be honest, I just
ever plan.
I didn't like the way the game is. Like I just didn't. It wasn't what I expected. Like it was a lot of.
It's more lucrative from this side, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know. It's a lot of snakes. It's a lot of backstabbing and just stuff that I just didn't want to be a part of. Like I don't know. It left a real like sour taste. Like I just didn't want to be a part of it, really, to be honest. That's why I just distanced myself.
Is that the same idea as to why you stopped battling Organic, or?
No, not really. I think I just stopped battling because it was just at a point in time where, like I said, man, I was battling before YouTube existed. So I was doing it, for years. It took me, I think, like 15 competitions till people knew my name. Before that, I was just a skinny white kid who won the competition, right? So it was just, over the years doing so much, I felt like you peak as a battler, and I just felt like the scene was peaked back then. There was no one doing anything to help push it and make it go bigger than what it was, but I was really passionate about it, so I just took it upon my own liberty to kind of put my focus into that. And even when I started King of the Dot, I never really planned on quitting battling. I never would have thought, like, if you were to tell me in 2008, like, if you do this, you will never battle again, right, I would have never done this. Right. You know what I mean? It just kind of happened that way. And then I think, I battled HFK, and I went to America, and I battled Disaster as the first Canadian to go to America and do that stuff.
I remember that.
And then, and from there on out, I just realized that the more time I spend focusing on myself, I'm taking away from others. Running a league, having so many people's careers in my hand, it'd be kind of selfish to sit there and focus on my own rap career that I'm not really pursuing anymore.
That's humble of the both of you guys, to kind of give up what you guys are doing with the music stuff and the battling stuff, and kind of put, be that push behind what artists need here.
I felt like, there was never anybody in Toronto trying to bridge the gap in generations. You know, when you look at like from the Monolith era down to like the Camo era, there was no one bridging that gap, and then there was no one bridging the gap between the Camo era and the young kids per se, like Tory Lanez and then all the D Prides and everyone. Like there's been like this gap between generations, and no one's been really trying to help it. And like I'm not here to call out festivals or anything, but a lot of the Toronto festivals that were happening were putting on the same acts 5 years after 5 years, and not really trying to flourish and help people grow, and
not breeding any new talent.
That's it, right? These places were breeding grounds for connections and networking. Without these events putting on new people, these kids had no hope. So when it came to battle rap, it was like, okay, well, at least you got something to look forward to. You can elevate your stuff, people across the world can see you, can get paid trips, you can get paid from doing this, you can prove you're the best. You don't gotta wait for fate to come and give you a stroke of luck in the rap game. And this stuff, it was like your skill spoke for you.
That's dope, man. Let's get into another track here, another pick from you guys. I believe it's J Soul, Toronto Plaza Motel. Hey, yo, really quickly, can you guys let the people know where they can get tickets?
Yeah, you can get tickets at KOTD.tv, and if you can't make it to the event, you can also get the pay-per-view at KOTD.tv.
That's how it goes down, man. Bring your A-game. CIUT, 89.5 FM from J Soul, Toronto Plaza Motel. Let's go, y'all. And that's how it goes down, man. Every single Monday night, 10 p.m. until midnight. Your favorite light-skinned DJ Sam on the ones and twos. and always some dope people in the building. That's why we have Organik and Gully here. And this Saturday, November 12th, man, inside Lee's Palace at 8 p.m., it's a Team Organik versus Team Gully going down. I feel like y'all ain't talking enough ish, man. I need to know, like, I remember.
He's my man still. You know, I like.
No, forget all that.
You know what happens when you got to bury one of your good friends and stuff like that. You don't want to do him too dirty before you put him down. You know what I mean?
I remember
it's
watching
like you got to put your dog down, bro. You want to treat him good the last week before it, right?
I watched the Q&A you guys had not too long ago, and with the Q&A, you guys were going in on each other, man, for a little bit. Yeah. So I feel like we need to amp that up a little bit for the rest of the interview. You know what I'm saying? So who's winning this weekend again, man?
He ain't winning none. It's gonna be a sweep.
If his guys even show up prepared. That's the thing. That's the thing.
They've never been in the positions that my guys have been in. They've never had that type.
I'm stepping off the mic. I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do. All right?
Jonai hasn't been in that position before.
Twice.
Shoddy P hasn't been in that position.
Shoddy's never been in a position where he's getting beat, where he has a real rapper up in his face and.
So what are the other matchups you set him up with? Shit.
No, they're good, but they're not at this level of elite.
What Clips is gonna bring 3 rounds fully prepared?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't have to worry about my guys being prepared. I know they're prepared. You have to worry about half of Team Organik. Are they prepared? Are they gonna try?
What's your thoughts on that, Organik?
I'm laughing at it. I know them. I talk to them. You know what I mean? Like, your guys are the ones getting the opportunity here. You speaking like they're above my guy, like they're above these.
No,
like,
you gonna take that from them, man?
The best in the world. They're above them.
I've never once said that these guys aren't they are the best in the world. But it's time that there's a new generation of battle rap, and it's time to remind people that, listen, these guys there is people out there that try for 3 rounds.
Right.
They don't come with half freestyle material. They're fully prepared.
Who you speaking on? Because I got 6 people on my team. So who you really speaking on when you say that?
Talk that ish.
You talking about Daylight?
Well, Daylight, if he does an antic, who knows in this situation? Charlie Clips.
When is the last time Daylight did an antic on King of the Dot?
Oh, I don't even know. When's the last time Daylight even...
It's all good. Keep it going. We battle. It's battle, man. Keep it going. Keep it going. Y'all get the pass right now. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Gully, he don't, man. He just rude. He comes in your house. He keeps his shoes on. He swears in front of your parents.
He already lost already.
That's what Team Gully does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's dope, man. Yo, okay, but it's time to move down just a little bit, man. 2 of your favorite battle rappers, if you could pick them, two right now off the top.
Jonai and Shoddy P. Then anyone Team Gully.
Organik.
Right now, I'm gonna say Past Day Big K.
Dope, man. If you guys could pick your ultimate battle right now, you guys like deciding on that right now, or you probably thought about it, but your ultimate battle that you haven't picked yet, or it hasn't come on a card yet, who would that be?
I'd say Hollow and Disaster.
Oof. Or Diz versus Charlie Clips.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Where do you guys plan on taking this King of the Dot stuff to next? Because you got the Toronto stuff. You've broken the movement out a few places.
Yeah, I'd also like to see Gully versus Reality for thinking he has a chance. But
Organik step back in the ring.
Bars.
Yeah, it'd be a good night. Where do we see King of the Dot in the future? Who knows, bro? Like, to be honest with you, that's a question people ask me. I don't even know how to answer that, because if you were to ask me 5 years ago where I would have thought battle rap was, I probably would have said over. You know what I mean? But it continues to thrive. It's one of those things. It's really it's a creative way to kind of use an outlet for your emotion. Are there any other
cities though that you want to touch to, or like areas?
Yeah, of course. We've been traveling quite a bit. In the last year or so, me and Gully have been to like Australia and everything, kind of just scouting talent and whatnot. But we did really good when we went down to Boston. We've been all over California. He's been out in Detroit and Arizona and everything. So we making our ways around now, and that's pretty much our MO. Just go scouting North America, trying to find talent.
I like what you guys do, man, and I really, really am impressed by the press conferences that you guys throw. Like we've been there a few times to hold it down and ask some questions, I'm saying, on a couple of them, and it's always like a professional environment from the time you get in. Well, why do you feel the need to do a press conference for your events? Because not everybody's doing that.
Yeah, I just feel like it's my responsibility to make the rappers seem larger than life. These MCs are putting their careers in our hands and our guidance, so I want to guide them and make them feel professional before they need to know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what opportunities is going to arise and come their way. But if they're media trained before they get there, that's a plus. And this just sells them. It sells the matchups. It prepares them. It lets them know the the level that this is at, because just because certain people don't have a press conference to say, there's still millions of people that are going to be watching this. So it should be press conference. You should be well aware of the magnitude, you know? So I think that's what it is. And again, just making them seem larger than life. We want to make every rapper that steps on the King of the Dot platform feel like this is the best place they've ever been, in the most comfortable position they've ever been, and represented it properly.
That's what you guys do. What you do, man. It's dope, man. Let's get into another record here. We don't got much time left, but I'm glad you guys came through to let us know about this event happening. This next record is from Jazz Cartier. Track is called Waste. It goes down like that. Bring your A Game Radio, CIUT 89.5 FM. Organik, I got a beef to pick with you, brother.
Yeah, man.
So back in the day, okay, literally like 2008, maybe 2009 times.
Yeah.
We were all on the Hip Hop Canada message boards. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people were on them days. You know what I'm saying? And you were doing what you were doing in the alleyways. I was in Ottawa doing what I was doing, smoking weed in my apartment, you know, watching these battles. And I messaged you and I said, yo, through the Hip Hop Canada message board, I said, yo, I think you need an Ottawa division of this King of the Dot stuff. Yeah. And you never replied, brother.
Oh, man.
That's my beef with you, man. I'll pick that beef
my
with you.
My bad, man. You know, the Hip Hop Canada forum days were crazy. So, you know, those are some legendary days in Canadian hip hop.
It was, and you lost out on it. I'm saying your favorite light skin on an Ottawa division.
I know. My bad, man. My bad. I'm not gonna lie, man. I've always been bad for checking messages. You know, there's just so many platforms to check these days and everything. But,
so I figured I'd let you know that happened back in the day.
Man, I apologize.
Just if ever you feel like you need another, light skin host or something.
You Team Gully now, huh?
That's disrespectful. How do you don't respond to people?
It's going down, man.
You're the king of it.
Y'all got some recognition from Norm Kelly recently. Like a certificate or something. I remember seeing that online. What was that all about, and how did that feel?
That felt amazing. You know, doing what we do and being in Ontario, there's really no awards, you know what I mean, to come our way for doing what we do. You see people getting Junos and, you know, all these awards, Nova Scotia Hip Hop Awards, so there's never anything in Ontario. So for us, that was our award. You know what I mean? Just to be recognized by the city and be thanked by the city for helping make Toronto an entertainment capital in the 21st century.
Yeah, that's huge.
And, you know what I mean? That was a good feeling, because we've done a lot in branding the city of Toronto in a time where a lot of people weren't really respecting the Canadian hip hop scene. When we were first going down to America, people weren't even like looking our way because we were Canadian. They were writing Toronto off, so it's helped brand Toronto in a major way. So to get that recognition back from the city was a good feeling.
Yeah, I feel like the King of the Dot platform and Drake, at the same time, you guys were, you know what I'm saying, were two of the mediums, or, you know, pushing Toronto to that forefront.
It was a good mixture, you know, because you had someone doing it on a commercial success and everything like that, and then when it came down to the underground hip hop,
you had that
King of the
too.
Dot was really holding it down, so it made our scene seem really layered. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like one person on the surface is breaking. It was like, whoa, there's a plethora of talent and a real culture happening up there.
And to be able to break through, like, to the state side, like you said, go over there at the times that nobody was really doing that is a huge push for that. That's dope. We're going to end the interview, unfortunately, now, but I want to know before we go, if you lived in the States, but this is to both of y'all, who would it be, Hillary or Trump?
Oh, man, suicide? You know? I don't know, man. To be honest, like, I told everybody, don't even call me tomorrow. I'm going to be kicked with my feet up watching the apocalypse happen, and if I don't make it to the end, then who knows, man, because tomorrow's going to be a day that I feel like will always be remembered as far as this, because I feel like...
Who do you think's going to win?
I feel like Hillary's going to win. I feel like Trump was put up kind of as like to make her look better by comparison, you know, because like why else is he there? He is smart and everything, but he's just too open-mouthed, and you can't be like that when you're president representing a whole nation of people.
How about you?
To be honest with you, I don't follow it. I think it's a joke. Like, even when I'm out in the States, I was out in Arizona hosting a show, and they're like legitimately scared, and everyone's like, I'm moving to Canada once this happens, because if Trump's president, I'm gone. So it's like that's the reality to them. Like, it's crazy to me. Like Donald Trump. Like
I feel like November 8th, 2016 is going to change politics forever. I feel like after this, they're going to restructure the format on how presidents are elected.
As they should.
And it's crazy because you know, politics is almost eerily close to battle rap with how they debate back and forth like that.
Politics is a popularity. If Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was running for president this year, he would win because he's so much cooler than Hillary and Trump.
That's fact.
And everybody loves the guy. So it's like, you know, let's take the wild card here. Dwayne "Rock" Johnson for president of 2016.
It's crazy how the world works. Can we give the social media to the people? Gully, what's your social media for the people one time?
Everything just Gully TK. My Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Gully TK. And yeah, check out this Saturday, November 12th, Team Gully.
Yeah,
it's time for a new rise of talent.
He wishes. Organic Hip Hop, on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff, and KOTD TV. But before we go, man, I want to thank y'all for, actually being a platform for Canadian hip hop and, taking your time to actually do this stuff, because there isn't enough people out here, taking their time to help push other people. I feel like it's been a very selfish scene lately. So thank y'all for being the people that you are and devoting your time to making stuff like this happen.
Yo, vice versa, man. Respect for coming through. And you guys are welcome to come anytime, you know what I'm saying? So anytime you have more events coming and things, like,
perfect.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to holler at y'all, you know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
Goes down, man. Bring your A-Game Radio. I think we got one more pick from Syph, The Bag.
Yeah.
We're going to drop that joint right now. Bring your A-Game Radio. CIUT 89.5 FM, Organic and Gully, King of the Dot in the building. Let's go, y'all.